Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
To throw is Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simic. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
70, rig alert, rig alert. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, gotta catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Mustang 19.
On fourth down, here's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pushing his way through. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They're on 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some... And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 126 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A wet track like this, I don't know if it helps anybody, but it probably helps the offensive player running the ball more than the defense.
And while they're doing that, there's also the matter of focus. Not letting the elements get in the way of still doing everything you're supposed to do. Although you do think to yourself, I've got to hold it a little bit tighter and be more careful with my footing.
He was careful, got a big run out of it.
Mixon is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, 43, 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
And all the way down to the 29. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
For a Commanders first down.
70.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Mill. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Here's Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
11 That's another Washington.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Drops this off with Nwangu. And a minuscule gain and maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ready.
At the 5-yard line.
These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
60 Eagles. Ready.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Get up. Cougar 19. Bronco 80. Trap 60. Trap 60.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Okay,
the offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yep.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Joe Mixon. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll check that down to the Longu out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Daniels looking to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Gain of a yard. Brings up
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
41-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
A 1-yard pickup brings up
19
3rd and
Lions.
8.
To the air goes Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
60 Vikings.
And he stopped immediately there.
Let's go.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
70. Warriors, 70.
No gain on it.
Now Daniels.
2nd and 10. At the 22.
That's caught left side by Senate. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, they'll run with the Wagyu.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Tyreek Hill from 6 yards away.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Commanders 21. Chiefs 14. Miami Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. The defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Give left side here for Nwangu. And nowhere to run on the interior. That defensive line, he'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Okay, ready?
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
70 Lions.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and fourth down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on fourth down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now he's into the clear again. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Loose inside the 30. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Kene Nwangwu, 65 yards. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Now Mahomes. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Inside handoff to Mixon. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
He was brought down by...
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
They'll run once more with JCM. They find some open field here. There he goes right side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, 56 yards. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure that was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mixing up the middle. Stays up. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. On target over the middle of Hill. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Hold the ready. Get it.
Up the middle to Wonder. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. The 20. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described.
Jaden Daniels scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you guys start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
But these guys getting chopped into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what ended.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Chiefs 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
3rd and 2. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 56 yards. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Butker on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score. Commanders 49. Chiefs 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Like 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
60 Maverick. 6. Let's go.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Well, that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw. Daniels looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
3rd down and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
19, Bronco 80.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Go street. 19. 19, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Daniels going to throw for it. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy.
It'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Commanders take over first and 10 of their own 20.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Warriors, 7-60 Eagles, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
To throw is Daniels. He'll get this complete to Sinek, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. He'll keep it himself. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Out of the gun, they go with Krosky Merritt. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Following the penalty, it's first and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. On the give is Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Here's Daniels. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 33-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
On the jump. Back. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. He'll find Nwangu underneath. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues. I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
46-yard line.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Daniels looking to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And part